too valuable, isn't it, Lalita? What is this? What are you giving this stuff away free, man? What is this? Yeah. Hey. It's all right. We'll just give it away free. What the heck? Lord Caitanya has given it to me free, so you got to pay it forward. That's right. This is gold. We got gold here, man. Yeah. Yeah, they're discovering, there's gold, very valuable, right? And there's Bitcoin. It's called digital gold, because it's this like gold, but it's actually, one coin. You get one gold coin, right? One gold coin is only worth like $1,600 now. But one Bitcoin is worth like $20,000, $19,000. That's a lot, man. One coin. See? And one name of Krishna is worth 1,000,000 times more than that. One name of Krishna chanted with the juice, with the love juice. And that's what we're giving away for free.
Yahoo!
What does Amy say? Let's see. It's a good thing you are giving it away for free, because I'm broke. It's a joke. Oh, yeah, okay. Check your Cash App. You might be having a little something coming your way. That's right. The golden avatar. Yeah, actually, it's Lord Caitanya. Actually, Lord Caitanya. Ask Maria. She knows. Lord Caitanya. The Bitcoin doesn't even exist. It's a digital coin. Yeah, it's digital. So people say that about Krishna. He doesn't exist until you see a devotee chanting the holy name in ecstasy. And now you see some existence, huh? Otherwise, just a name, another name like Coca-Cola. That's how what's that guy, Osho, got away with that. He got away with saying, Krishna's name is like Coca-Cola. He got away with it. You know why? Because nobody was chanting it in ecstasy. Otherwise, you'd never get past my watch if he was around. See? The only people who get past our watch here at Lord Caitanya's Amazing Grace Place are these so-called representatives of Krishna Vrindavan. They call them gurus. They don't know the value. They don't know the value of devotees and devotion and what is gold. They don't know the value of bhakti. They don't know the value of chanting the holy name in ecstasy. If they did, they would all be here to chant, because I haven't seen one devotee chant in ecstasy. So therefore, if they had real desire and real appreciation, they would be down here. It's the way it is. Even in the world, there's a guy who I study the Bitcoin from. The guy knows all about its value. I didn't know what the value was until I had to go to the guy. This guy he studies it and he knows it. He's got a special talent and all this stuff, and he explains it so nicely. Oh, now I see its value. This is the problem in religion, is they need to come and they need to hear the holy name explained by devotees who chant the holy name in ecstasy, who can transfer that value to them, where they can experience that. Otherwise, they don't know. It's like they don't even think that's part of the Hare Krishna movement. Can you imagine that? Lalita, Govinda, they don't even think that's that's important. Can you imagine? They don't think it's important to chant like they see here? What, are you insane? Are they insane, Lalita? Are they crazy? What do you think, Amy? Are they been touched in the head? I think so. Krishna's, uh, Krishna's name, Lord Chaitanya's names and pastimes, Jesus' name and pastimes, they're more valuable than all the wealth in the universe. You know why? It's a reason. There's a reasonable God we worship. It's not some crazy exaggeration. No, the Lord thinks one devotee in this universe. Prahlad like one of the few devotees in the universe that could attract the attention of God. Look, on behalf of him, he saved the whole universe. The whole universe. He put Prahlad in charge. He took the demon. Tore that, Hiranyakashipu up. He put his intestines as a garland around his. Only the Lord does funny things like that. There she is. She finally made it. We've been waiting for Radhe to make it. She had all these obstacles. Anyway, we're going to prove to the world that Krishna is our beloved Lord. Lord Chaitanya is our Lord and Master. We're going to prove it to the world for our increasing happiness and the benefit of everybody. Right? You can't get a better. I mean, it's good that you see Maria. She's really appreciating the association of Lord Chaitanya. Makes everything go. Makes everything work nicely. Better than anything. Uh, okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Chapter 9 in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In
What
the
Lila?
Adi Lila, chapter 9. Adi Lila, chapter 9. Mhm. Uh, the desire tree of devotional service. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across the great ocean. Okay? Isn't that amazing? That's how powerful ecstatic love is, and that's what we're here to teach the world. This is what we're here to teach ISKCON. Let's get personal. This is what we're here to teach the gurus, such as Jaipataka, if he comes, we'll teach him, or his disciples, or Radhanath, or anything. We're here to teach about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, because man, how else are we going to swim across this ocean of material existence? Even, we're all dogs. We're all, ignorant fools. But with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, what is that mercy? People need to identify it. That's this chanting in ecstatic love. Getting the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is getting the mercy of ecstatic devotion. That's conclusive. Okay? To have these symptoms of communion, intimate communion with God, manifesting in your temple. This temple, not that temple. This temple, not the Mayapur with the big deity, the big temple. It's sinking because of the weight. It's so friggin' heavy. This temple needs Jane. Radha. Right there. Radhe. She heard her name. She heard her name. She smiled. Hey, that's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And then look at it. That's what I always knew. I was amazed. My life was always a dream with Lord Chaitanya from the beginning. The only hassle I had was with the Vaidhi Bhaktas who didn't understand the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You know? You have the mercy, you swim like, just so nicely, effortlessly across this ocean of illusion. The Lord shows you what his Maya is doing, and you just, the threefold miseries you get over so easily, you know, especially look, miseries of other living entities. That's what people should look. Miseries of other living entities is this Maya. Pretty making people pretty miserable. Oh, by the way, you thought you had a constitution. No, you just had temporary privileges. We're revoking those. Okay? So now people get to see the threefold miseries, especially the ones created by other living entities. See, they're servants of Maya. They don't know this. People think, oh, they complain, the newscasters up there. They're taking, they're biting this and biting that. Look at you doing this and burning up, taking our food and busy. And all they can do is complain and it goes on, right? Nobody can do a friggin' thing about it. Oh, they protest, walk in with their little signs, and they keep going. It doesn't matter because you cannot overcome my Lord's Maya and your Lord's Maya. Easy, that Maya is your Lord. You cannot overcome it with your little signs and your little complaints and grumbling. But you can do it like this. It even says you overcome the threefold miseries by surrendering to the Lord. The real Lord, the transcendental Lord, the Lord that Radhanath can't show you, the Lord that Jaipataka can't show you. He can't show you the transcendental Lord. So therefore, they're idols. You're idling away your time. We can show you the transcendental Lord here, yes or no? Right? Radhe had years to her guru to prove that he could show her the transcendental Lord, and he failed her. Right? He failed Radhe. Johann had many years in ISKCON to show him the transcendental Lord and failed. He read Prabhupada's books 5 times and failed. Janaki's guru in ISKCON failed her to show the transcendental Lord. So she couldn't swim completely across this ocean of illusion, chanting her 16 dry rounds a day. See? You got to know, what is this mercy of the Lord? That's the only way to get out of this. Is the loving engagement in the loving service of Krishna or God or Christ. These beings, they come here to teach us something very important. And this is love, true love, to awaken our benefactor in the heart. This is what life is all about. Everything else is an illusion. And this is how you'll overcome Biden's totalitarian things and the George Soros or Carl Schwab's totalitarian regimes and all of that. Because you won't be doing anything. See, I already heard what the plan is. I know what the plan is. I'll tell you, really simple. No more travel. You're going to be home. No more planes. Okay, check one. This is a new world order for you. Okay, and for all of us. And we'll be okay with it. If you're a devotee. If not, you're going to cry. You're going to go crazy. See? Oh, well, no, you won't, because they'll put you in the metaverse. See, that's how you're going to travel inside your mind and all that stuff. Just like you see in these dystopian movies. Okay? So you're going to do that. So no more travel, no more cars unless they want some self-driving cars and they want this place wherever that. And you'll be basically at home. What are you going to do at home? Oh, we're okay. You guys been home for years anyway. Look at it. You guys are on your. Oh, they're going to put you on the universal basic income, which most of you are on. Many of you are on. Basically, you get a little pension, right? Yeah, you stay home and come to Sadhu Sangha. What the internet will go because they got to keep that people in the metaverse, and we'll be doing this and happy campers. And many people will that are rebelling, they'll be gone. And the sheeple will be in the metaverse playing these stupid games, wasting their time until they die. Oh yeah, that's how you're going to make money. They don't really need money. They're just going to give you some these coins, these digital coins, and you'll be playing these games, and they'll give you more coins back. And then, see, there you go. This is Maya's little engagement for people who won't turn to the transcendental world. Okay, mute your mic, somebody. Okay, great, thank you. Yeah, so that'll be it, and it'll be fine for us. When I heard that, and the people were saying that, it was like, oh, this is going to be horrible because we won't be able to do this. And I was thinking, oh, I'm okay with that. I do that anyway, you know. Well, just we can just walk around the block a little bit, you know, walk around, you know, and stay home. I don't have to travel. I travel like this. Look, I'm in Belgium. Look, I'm in England. Wherever somebody appears, you could show me the scenery. It's the same, really, just a little different scenery. What's the difference? Why do I got to be there? I just look around. Oh, that nice trees you got there in England over there. Ooh, I like your house. Decorations are nice there, Lolita. Ooh, that towel's folded really nicely over there. Oh, yeah, right. A nice drum set you got behind you there. Yeah. Because it's all about communing with the Lord, isn't it? Everything comes from that. You can ask Lolita. She knows what I'm talking about. Communing with God, intimacy. And then springtime appears. Oh, everything you can't get out there, you get in this. The kingdom of God is within at hand. You just pull it up. You know? Yeah. See, overcome these ways by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We're just here to share the mercy of Lord Chaitanya with people. I think it's fantastic. Man, that's what we're here to do. That's it, man. Share the mercy of Lord Chaitanya where people can commune with God like this in sadhu sangha, learn, how to abandon all varieties of religious and rituals and all of that, and just intimately commune with God. You don't need any paraphernalia, but yourself, man, your tongue and your eyes. All this stuff is what the Lord is looking for. This kind of worship. Very cheap, very inexpensive, and very fantastic. It'll deliver the whole universe. And the Lord might change his mind with this Maya and make it say, we don't need to put all those restrictions on people. See, that's only, mainly it's, you can see why. Mainly, like in America, people and everywhere, people have to have big houses. They have to have a big motorhomes. I mean, big stuff, huge things with all kinds of stuff in it. It gets ridiculous after a while. And then they forget about God. What do we need about you, Lord? We're doing okay here. We got our wealth. See, everybody gets corrupted. Even the good people, they get lazy and corrupted. It was in the Bhagavatam, it's in there. The kings, they were thrown in jail by Kamsa. See, Kamsa is like Biden and these guys. They threw them in jail for a long time. And when Krishna came and liberated, see, they must have been praying to Krishna because Krishna came and liberated them. And they said, well, this was just the right medicine for us. Because we got like lazy and We got our big false ego, thinking we're so great because of all this opulence, and we're thrown here into where we had nothing, and we got to think about you, who's the real treasure, the value, and look, you're liberating us. That's why you see the Lord always saves the day, but that's for those who turn to Him. Isn't it nice to be able to give people an alternative? Hey, people, you went to your newscasters to get relief. You're doing your protest to get relief. It's still going on. Are you ready yet? No? Okay, keep doing all that stuff. But here you can get relief of the threefold miseries and miseries of other living beings, which is what is happening now, and miseries of nature that these demons are creating with technology. It's doubling your problems and your pain and suffering. See, doubling it. The demigods naturally create good and bad stuff going on in the world according to our karma, and the demons now they're amplifying that. So now you get double the misery. Instead of one hurricane a year, you get 3 or 4 or 5. Instead of one like drought, you get a real drought, even in England, where you never heard of such things. 40-degree temperatures. Where do you ever get a 40-degree temperature? Oh, it just happened in 2022. Oh, coincidence. Food shortages. Now, you see, you go in the supermarket, we take it for granted. All this stuff all over the place. We go there and just pick all, we big baskets. And people, what are people eating? Garbage. Right? And what does the Lord say? Oh, man, you polluted. You're just so like. So He does something. This is actually, I think this is, see, the Lord is perfect, man. He knows the perfect medicine for all of us. I finally, it's like, oh man, thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you for giving me this understanding. See, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding of how to come to me. Okay? I can even help others. I can say, hey man, you can come over here, come and chant in ecstasy. Hey, we'll show you what it looks like. It looks beautiful. Hey man, I have a fantastic time here. Lalita, she's having fast dancing. Anybody chanting in ecstasy, Govinda, Johan, that guy's like really out there, man, and having a fantastic time, man. He is so happy after 25 years of austerities. Reading those books 5 times and chanting like a cud, chanting like a cow. Hare Krishna. Now is he happy? See, now he's got the juice, man, the love juice. Yeah. Radharani, the love in the heart awakening. See, now it makes devotional service tasty. Why should it be a discipline? How much you Vaidhi Bhaktas out? Well, you want to just do it as discipline, or you want to do it as fun? You want to enjoy doing devotional service. Enjoy the happiness of loving God. There's no greater thing than that. And to share that, to do the highest, hey man, you prove that anybody out there in the world is doing any higher welfare work than we are. By just by showing the world what life is really about. It ain't about anything else other than this. Communing with God intimately and having a great time. Vrindavan. What do you think is going in Vrindavan? Everyone's having a great time like this. Talking about Krishna, Krishna's truths, relishing the name, crying, laughing, joking, being drunk in ecstasy. Like this. Oh, really? Loving devotion is the key words. Yeah, real love, exactly. Yeah. Toad World, yeah. Janardhan, I love this taste. You see, we got witness program. Where are you, Janardhan? Come up there and show us your smile. See, look, you see that guy chant, happy, even a Christian. My friend, what's her name? I forgot her name, but she's a Christian, and she passed one of his videos on one of her Christian friends, and their Christian friend said, "Oh, I want to. What are you smoking? I want to smoke some of that." Yeah, these Christians, well, these ecstatic Christians, they used to do these funny things. They still do sometimes. They would take, this is Jesus, take a hit of Jesus and get intoxicated. That's basically what we're doing, chanting the holy name. We're taking a hit of Christ and Krishna, Krishna's name and his pastimes, his devotees' names. I can get stoned on any name. I can chant Hari Das. I can chant Jesus's name. I can chant the name of anybody that's a true devotee of the Lord. I get my heart gets really ecstatic. My heart knows. I may not know, but my heart knows who. I didn't know who that Krishna was God when I first. My heart knew. My heart taught me from the beginning. My heart knew that there's something in that name because I just hit me with that rhythm stick. Okay, next verse here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thus no, is that the one? No. Is this it? Oh, is this it? No. No. Whoop. Sorry. Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Yeah. So all glories to Sri Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, who is known as Gaurahari. All glories to Advaitacharya and Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, headed by Srivas Thakur. In order to fulfill all my desires, I remember their lotus feet. I also remember the six Goswamis, Sri Rupa, Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva, Sri Gopal Bhatta, and Dasa Raghunath. I love that saying, to fulfill all my desires, I remember their lotus feet. All the desire, there's actually only one desire of Krishna, is to be with his devotees, to be close to his devotees. And when the Lord awakens in the heart, he gives you that revelation. Yeah? And fulfill all your desires. That's really it, man. It fulfills everything. Oh, the restream here. Let me put the link up here. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you can always save the link too, because it's always good. I don't change it unless I get somebody to give me a problem up here. I have to get rid of them for a while. Yeah. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the transcendental tree of love for Krishna, love of Krishna, its gardener and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. So Lalita, why don't you read a little bit for me? You can read that verse again. It's so nice.
Okay. What verse was it, Guru Maharaj?
Let's see, the
Six.
verse was
Six. Six.
6,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. Lord Chaitanya thought,
Yeah, see, the enjoyer of its fruits. Just a second. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I lose? Uh-oh. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. The enjoyer of its fruits. This is Vrindavan mood and communion and closeness with God. See, the Lord is the enjoyer of its fruits, and with his intimate devotees, they enjoy together. And that's the idea of the picnic in Vrindavan. You see the devotees having a picnic with the Lord. They're tasting the food together, and you have sometimes the devotees pushing food in the mouth of Krishna, and Krishna pushing food in their mouth. An analogy, actually. See, only if you're a devotee like that can you explain it. Nobody knows. That's a purport on that thing. No, nobody can do that unless you say, "Oh yeah, that's what we're doing." Yeah, that's how it is. And so Lord Chaitanya gives that kind of closeness with God that is very rarely attained, or very rarely gotten in this world. Once every 4 billion, 320 million years is that closeness available. And then you've got that. That's the kind of devotee. See, when you get that kind of devotee, that spiritual master is Krishna in the form of the empowered devotee because of that closeness. People have no idea what the real Krishna consciousness is. This is why it's easy to disappear because of lack of these kinds of devotees preaching. Or even if there's some devotees who have that, they look at humanity and think, wow, God, they'll never get this. So how are they going to understand? And then teach you a bunch of rules, and they teach you religion again, basically,
yeah,
and hope someday the Lord authorizes it, which is now actually. It's perfect time. This is the time that these kinds of things are preached. That's why Prabhupada, that wasn't the time to preach this. You have to have a big action movie, man. You got to have the world, on fire, basically. You're in a house that's burning, right? And there's only one way out. You got to go out that window and jump out into the that thing that they have waiting down on the ground. That's that's us, man. Because you can see how people, they don't want to go. They say, no, we don't believe. No, we're not going. Why? We're doing all right with our gurus out there. When they find that your gurus can't save you, man, we're here. We're in the burning house. Come out
sure.
this window. There's one window where there's safety. It's the association of the ecstatic devotees who have the genuine mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and they're very rare. Come into this association and get intimacy with God. You know, uh, So we need a situation like this. Otherwise, nobody will. No, we don't want to listen to them. They're stubborn. This will help with your stubbornness. You know, we do. They say, well, they're going to see. Look, you guys are. Why aren't you miserable like us? Well, amen. We got the mercy. We've jumped out the window and we've landed in Vrindavan.
Yeah, soft,
Soft
soft
grass here.
landing.
Great
Soft
landing.
grass.
You guys don't look like you're landing so well out there. You get to see, and I'll tell you all, hey man, you get to see us tasting what the Lord is tasting, and this is what it looks like. Otherwise, you're going to die without even knowing what it looks like. It looks like this: the ecstatic bliss and transcendental drunkenness, ecstatic love. That's the Lord tasting them, the devotees tasting together. They're communing. Oh, you're seeing the devotee and the Lord in bed together. Oh, and there's no fault in that. None. It purifies the whole world to see that. That's why you see the opposite is, oh, you keep that only private, man or woman. It's not really that clean. Here, it's a shower of nectar for everybody. Even the profane who hate it, they get purified. That stuff comes out of them. Lord Chaitanya knew that when he would preach this, some people at first, or a lot of people at first, would be against him and it would bring out all this stuff. But the Lord is very powerful. We are very empowered. You notice? We don't back down. We, we're like bulls, man. We charge forward with a lot of weight behind us.
Pitbulls.
Bulldoze Maya. We bounce back like boomerangs. Yes. The place is on fire. This is the fire. This is the fire escape. Yes. Make a picture there, River, about a fire escape and something there. Creative. See, that's the way to do it. Fire escape and make something where this is the escape hatch. Or even a submarine, escape hatch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and read on. Oh, read that verse again. That was just one part of it.
Yeah. Um, so about the enjoyer of the fruits, huh? Yeah, I
Yeah.
also love this verse. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri
See,
Chaitanya
okay.
Mahaprabhu.
See, I take shelter. The Supreme Personality of God is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, so you take that and put that with the enjoyer. See, the enjoyer of its fruits. So therefore, the Lord said, by the mercy of the Lord, like that, He sends you the example. He sends you the real associate, the real bona fide guru. See, so that's how you take shelter. Otherwise, you don't know what the shelter is. The devotee has to teach you. The big brother. For God's sake, can't you see? Otherwise, you don't know. What is the Lord is the enjoyer of this? What does that mean? Come here and you find out. You see with your own eyes. You see the Lord and the devotee enjoying that fruit of devotional service. So rare. That's why the devotees, they saw Lord Chaitanya and crying in ecstasy. See, the Lord is enjoying the fruit of devotional service as an example. Oh, how fortunate we are. They didn't know he was the Lord at first. They thought he's a great devotee. How fortunate we are that the Lord Krishna has allowed us to see this intimacy between God and the devotee. Lord Chaitanya said the same thing. Oh, how fortunate we are. I am to see the ecstatic bliss of a devotee communing with God. See, that's why this is what we preach here. This is what I preach here. I preach this because when I read these verses, I said, yes, that's it. See? I felt myself so fortunate to be able to do that, to be able to taste a picnic with God, with Krishna. And I knew I was doing it because, man, I never felt this happy. You guys know what I'm talking about, many of you there. Right, Govinda? You never felt this happy. Your bliss is because you're so close to the Lord, because you came in the right way. You trusted the process. You followed the process. What's the difficulty? Follow the process and you'll be like Govinda and Lolita and Johan. Well, I don't know if I want to be so. It's still people say that. Well, I don't know if I want to add ecstasy stuff. Well, you stick around for a while and you'll see its value. More and more, you'll see how powerful this bhakti is, how powerful this closeness is,
It
how
gives more
wonderful this.
value. It gives so
Ah,
much more value on everything. If you have what you have already, and then you have ecstasy with that, phew, you
yeah,
can you imagine? That's the biggest explosion that you can imagine. Of
yeah,
course, you need the ecstasy.
yeah. So, that's what Lord Chaitanya said. My devotees are here to teach the value of this devotional service, this particular type. Not the, really, I mean, that was just to prime the pump, was the Vitae thing, get everything going a little bit. But this is the real deal. This is where it's all going. This is the real Krishna consciousness movement. It's everything is literal now. Krishna consciousness. You become conscious of Krishna, but you cannot know Krishna without devotion. Not really. It's external. Oh, the name and the pride of it and all that, and memorization of the. It's very, very beginner level. Krishna consciousness means devotion awakening, and then you become conscious of the beauty of God's names, and the happiness in chanting them and relishing these things. Yeah. Go. What else is in that verse? The next part of that verse.
Yeah. Who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna.
And
It's
its
God
gardener. Right?
and
See,
it's
he's
gardener.
the tree. The Lord is the tree. So the devotee's tasting the fruit on that tree by chanting and hearing. See? You're tasting the fruit. He's that tree you're eating from. See, the Mayavadis don't get that. They want to be one with that tree. They want to be that tree. They want to be God. And that translates how it works here in Vaishnavism. They want to be Guru. They want to be that tree. But to see, the only way that Gohari is Guru, he has to taste that tree. Taste that fruit of that tree. He's the tree, Krishna the tree. I don't want to give up that position of tasting. This was all about. Okay? So that's the devotional position. That's self-realization in the perfect position. The Lord Chaitanya wants to give that. I can't believe he's given an ignorant person like Gauri. Gives me that understanding of that verse. It's unbelievable, actually. How can you do such things? How could you give me the ability to understand and explain the verse as it is with definition? See, definition. You ever heard high definition TV? It gets you in the picture. See, high definition, it's very defined, is what we need. It's a perfect verse. This is the perfection of poetry, is Chaitanya Charitamrita, because it's the perfection of truth. It's something that he understood and put it in these verses. See, he himself is a devotional tree. And the gardener, see, the gardener is the taster. This is how we garden. Did you know that? Gardening usually is hard, isn't it? You got to hard work. You look at Sachi pulling weeds and all this stuff all the time. Hard work, you know? But here, the gardening is easy, especially when you get most of the weeds out of the garden. It becomes pretty easy. Then the gardening is, you just go with the garden there. It's nice, and then you just pour water on the plants in the garden. See, this is how it is. See, that's the gardener. So the hearing, chanting, remembering. That's all we do. That's why I say, when they go down, if they come down on the world where all you can do is stay in your room, house, you can't travel, you can't do this, you can't do that. He says, oh, well, no problem. We're traveling like this, traveling and communing with God. This is more, if I had if I had the choice of being able to fly around with all the mystic powers all over the universe, okay, do all the universe and this, I would take this. Oh, just keep me in my room and let me do this, chanting like this. Yeah, I'm way no traveling with all that. See, people usually want the mystic powers. They would do that. They would give this up for that, or they want to be a big teacher. Oh yeah, no, I would rather be a big teacher. But you're not a big teacher. It's only an illusion that you're a big teacher. You're actually a small teacher, not very good at all. You're teaching all the blind people, and you can't even take their blindness away. The teachers here are the examples. The real disciples here are the real teachers. The real followers are the real teachers. Now you teach by example. That's the best teaching of all. Okay? Or those who want to, they want to, they want opulences. They want to. Oh well, I see. Let's see. I can be a politician, so I can get a bunch of money. And I'm not even a good person, but I don't care. I'll just use, and then I'll stroke my ego and make myself really big and everybody else small because that's how the world is. It's contaminated. It makes you evil. When you go for the opulence of the world, it's called poison. To Vaishnavas always understood this. Jesus understood this. It's poison. All this stuff, being guru is poison. You got to be able to drink poison. You guys are worshiping. Yeah, I should be totally infatuated. I should be going, oh, I'm so fantastic. Look at this. They're worshiping Guru Haridas. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I should be, infatuated with that. The only medicine for that is becoming infatuated with Krishna. That's
Absolutely.
by Prabhupada. See, for
Yeah.
years I was worshiping, infatuated with Lord Caitanya. And then this spontaneously came. I can't get infatuated with you guys. All I can do is think, wow, you guys are really getting it. Wow, you're really fortunate. You're really tasting what I can't even taste. Look at that. You got a living guru and you just chant your guru's name and go into ecstasy. I think that's amazing. I wish I could. Well, I do it too. I can bygone. I think about Prabhupada or Jesus. You know. But anyway, that's the idea: is the training so you can do that also. Okay, I think
Literally.
we did we do the whole verse?
Then we are back to the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits.
Bestower. Oh, the bestower. Yeah, yeah. That's the bestower of its feet. That's
So
what you
an
experience.
enjoyer
Yeah,
simultaneously.
yeah. You. It's like the enjoyment and the benedictions come at the same time.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna get something like that? Usually in fruitive activities, you got to work, hard, usually pretty hard, and then you get the fruitive result, which is usually only material, subtle or gross. You get a big false ego. You get false. See, they call it false prestige. You don't really. Trump doesn't really deserve prestige. Not really. Not much. Or Biden or any of them. I mean, they are servants of the Lord, but the servants of the Lord's Maya. See? The ones who liberate you from illusion are really the ones. If you respect them and you honor them, and then you promote them, then you're doing the highest welfare work, liberating souls. I mean, Trump can't liberate anybody. Biden can't liberate, and George Soros and Carl Schwab certainly can't liberate. They can make you slaves. They're good at that. You know. Trump can try to reverse everything and make America great again. But I'm sorry, Mr. Trump. I know a lot of people think you're great and you can make America great again. Well, I tell you, Go Haridas says this. We can make America great again.
The
We
whole
can not
world,
only make America great again,
the whole
we can
universe.
make the whole world great in the eyes of God, because the Lord, when you become a devotee and you get this mercy of Lord Caitanya, which we are here to distribute. I haven't seen any really authorized distributors yet that were impressive. And I looked around. When you become a recipient of this mercy of Lord Chaitanya, not only you will be great in the eyes of God, and anybody who gives you some respect and appreciation will also become great in the eyes of God, and then the world will become great in the eyes of the Lord, simply because devotees are here again. Only the devotees attract the Lord. That's why Advaita was sent. That's why Jesus was sent. That's why Nityananda was sent. That's why devotees are sent. That's why Haridas was sent. It draws the attraction and attention of the Lord. There's no other way to save the planet or the universe. Devotee has to be here, and they're so rare. Why the heck would they want to go out into this hellhole? This shithole. I'm sorry there, Shamakuri, if you're watching. I wash my mouth out with soap after the. See, that's what the devotees do. They draw the Lord here. Isn't that fantastic? It's so great what's going on here, man. This is a revelation. I just came through, man. I didn't know we were drawing the Lord here. Well, I did know, but now I know even more. Every day, it's like more knowing. You notice that? It gets more clear. It's clear, gets more clear. Right, Janaki? It's like, it's clear. Yeah. And then they say, hey, it's even more clear, more logical, more powerful, more real.
More real, yeah.
Okay, next verse. We're on a roll
Lord Chaitanya thought, my name, my name is Vishvambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole the whole universe with love of Godhead.
See, it can't be actualized. It's not perfect yet. The cherry on the top has to be placed on this. See? It My name is Vishwambara, the maintainer of the universe. It's not perfectly maintained until love of God awakens, because the soul or the person has not awakened to who they are yet. They're still like blind beings in this world, bumping into the walls of Maya. Love of God just it perfects everything. That's the idea of guru. The Lord wants to make so many gurus, for God's sake, especially now. You're all becoming gurus just by your example. Love of God is manifesting in your hearts visibly. Therefore, you're one of those where the Lord is saying it's actualized. You are actualized persons. You go to Maslow, he has this big chart about being an actualized person to see his psychology. And a person who's actualized has all these attributes. And when I looked at that, I said, I'll never be friggin' actualized. It's always hard work. Every other friggin' path in this world, designed by the Lord too, is all hard except this. This path is hardly seen in this world, but it's easy when it's seen, when it's manifested. See? But it's hardly seen in this world. For 500 years, it's been hardly seen. Well, it wasn't really seen until now. There's a revival 550 years ago. Prabhupada was prepping the stage, Bhaktisana prepping the stage for this. Now we're dancing, man. Lord Chaitanya's dancing through us, man. Rocking and rolling. Jiva and jiving. Jiva's jiving now. See, the Jivas are jiving here, man. There's no dance before. Not really. It's all these monkeys jumping up and down, doing the Swami step, perfecting the Swami step, really kind of same step over and over,
The
over,
widest
like
step.
this. Now the jivas are jiving here, and more will jive and jive. See, waking up. Go ahead, Lolita.
Okay. Thinking is this way. He accepted. He accepted the duty of a planter and he began to grow a garden in Navadvip.
See, that's what I said. You have to. This has to be done again. If there's no devotee, see, if there's no devotee accepting the duty of a planter again and planting this in this world, it wouldn't be here. You think this would be here if I didn't start planting it? It has to be done like this. Otherwise, they don't know. Prabhupada didn't complete the planting. It's like you got to do the plowing first. You got to break up the earth and stuff, and then you can, like, here we're sowing the seeds, doing a little breaking things up a little bit. The earth. That's why Nityananda has a plow. Why the heck does Nityananda have a plow? What does it mean? You're the world. You're the earth out there, my friends. You got to plow that earth. The club. He's also got a club. The club. He uses the club. Vishnu has a club also. Club the ignorance out of us. See, so yeah, so Lord Vishnubar accepted duty of planter, and then love of God manifested from that garden. You see, love of God is manifesting it from this garden, and that shows we're the empowered version of Lord Chaitanya. If we weren't, it would not be so. It would not be real. It would be like one of these wannabes out there pretending to be guru and pretending to be their follower. This is real deal. This is the Green New Deal for the world. Green, you see, green, the real tree. We got some green juice flowing through it. Life. Otherwise, there's no real life on the Chaitanya tree. So we're here to give life to the other branches, man. Yeah. So everything is coming to this, not to just continue Vaidhi only teaching and then everybody dies on that level. No, it's meant to come to this where we plant the tree of devotion. See, Prabhupada said about the Bhakti Lata Bij, not all disciples get Bhakti Lata Bij. Very rare. You got to be ready for that kind of planting of the Bhakti Lata Bij.
Got to be
Because
ready.
look, many of his disciples still don't appreciate it. See, still don't appreciate it. Oops, trying to get you. There we go. Okay, there you are. Yeah. See, a lot of disciples still don't appreciate this tree. So but those who do, they're ready for the planting. See, so for those we plant the thing. Yeah, yeah. And then you see our bhakti's growing. You see, it's just like it was 550 years ago. This is the only way you can realize Chaitanya Charitamrita and read the teachings. You have to see it in action. You have to see how it works. And then you become a real teacher of this. And otherwise, not. So tell us there, Maria, what are you realizing today? Anything you want to share with us?
Well, no, not yet. I have been busy. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Lord
Okay, that's
Caitanya.
okay. Oh, no. Lord Chaitanya.
Lord
Go ahead
Caitanya.
there. No problem. Lolita, go ahead. Read on.
Thus the Lord, He brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth,
We have a
and
special
He
guest here. I just
Look who's there. The beautiful
Freddie!
one.
Hey,
How
Freddie,
about the handsome one? How about the handsome one there?
Freddie! Freddie! Freddie!
Wow.
Freddie! Freddie!
Amazing. Lord Caitanya. Please, the magic.
Freddie, give us a
Wow.
word while
Nice.
we got Lolita, we got to get this guy while here. He's so rare. Give
It's
us a word
beautiful.
there.
Come on.
Come on, Freddie.
No, 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 no. Give us a
I
word
mute,
there.
I mute my mic now, so you talk really.
Oh no, his mic ain't working either. No word for us, friend? Or is his mic not working? And he's frozen again. Okay, but anyway, we tried. Go ahead, Lolita.
Okay, I continue. Um, Thus the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth, and He became its gardener. He sowed the seed, and He sprinkled upon it the water of His will.
See, that isn't a great verse, Lolita. You can see only on see when you see devotees, they chant these verses, and they you can tell that that Krishna likes them because they also like. See, so the Lord sowed the seed. Say that verse again. We'll break it down.
The whole, thus the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth, and He became its gardener.
Yeah, yeah. You see, He brought it to this earth. That's what. Remember, Jesus said. He said that I am in this world, but not of it. You have to be like that. You actually have to receive the mercy in this life or a previous life where you're in this world but not of it anymore. You're of the spiritual world. You live on spirit. Spirit is your life. You show this life to the world. You show people what being born again is. The people got to see the example of somebody who's in this world but not of it anymore. You got to be otherworldly here in this world. And you have to sow this seed in others. They have to be like, it's just like a person when they're having sex. The woman has to be fertile and the man has to be potent to make this baby. So it's a similar spiritually. It's the same thing. The recipient has to be fertile, and the spiritual master, the devotee, has to be potent. So the seed goes in and causes the spiritual rebirth. See, this is rare though. This is uncommon. Usually, most leaders are just like on the level of religion. They can't. They're not potent with the spiritual seed that awakens the kingdom of God in people. This is the kingdom of God. This is it, man. There's no place per se. The kingdom of God is within and at hand. This is it. Enjoying the fruit of devotion, relishing mellows, crying, laughing, choking up. That's the party of Vrindavan. That's perfection in this world. People have never seen this before. This is new. This is the new world order. The world order under this kind of eternal relationship with the Lord again. See, so the Lord brought that seed and sowed it in the world, and it bore fruit. Ecstatic devotees. Look at this. So many ecstatic devotees now. I love it. You read these verses, and I can say, see, this is the living place now. It's the living book, the story book that's coming true forever. It's not mythology. People they think of this Krishna, this Lord Chaitanya is mythology. because they don't have a potent force in this world to sow the real seed in them, or maybe they're not ready. This seed often bounces up off people. You notice it doesn't go in. They need more plowing. So come here, let us plow you. Come here, more and more. Ram Das Vrijavasi, let us do some plowing. Let's break up some of these rocks in your earth there. Go ahead, Lalita. Read on.
Oh. He sowed the seed and sprinkled upon the water of his will.
His will, his will. Yes, that's very important. See, because if the will, this is the thing, you're not a real leader in this Krishna conscious movement, really, ultimately, unless you're sowing a seed out there and sprinkling the water as well. If love of God matters, that's the love of God. Just remember what Jesus said. See, I like to remind people what Jesus said too. Important, right there, Freddie. What Jesus said. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus said, "Hey, man, you don't believe my word? I say the same thing. You don't believe my word, Mr. Radhanath or Mr. Guru's out there. You don't believe my word? How about the will of God that the Lord is? Look at this, because I'm not interested in them becoming rich materially or this or that. But look at the will of the Lord to the water of His will is causing this ecstatic devotion to manifest in these devotees. Look at this is the will of my Father. I can't do this on my own. All I can do is spit the seed out. This is how I spit. Maria doesn't like me spitting in the pool. She always chastises me when I'm swimming. I spit the water.
I hate your spitting. Come on. I hate it. When you go to the pool, if you ever go to the pool, Guru, he's like, all the time. Like, what? What are you doing? You're
It's my
putting the
habit, because I'm
water.
always spitting. I'm spitting now. This is how I
No,
spit. I'm always spitting. So in the pool or
it's
out
not the
here, I'm
same
always
spitting.
spitting.
It's not the same spitting, believe me. It's a You're like, what? What are you doing?
She doesn't
Why?
like my chewing. What am I chewing too? I have to chew like with my mouth closed. How do you chew?
Yeah.
Yeah, look like
Impossible to have a conversation while you
I like
are
to chew with my mouth open.
opening the mouth while you eat. Right,
What's
right.
wrong with that?
Ladies, please back me up on this. Ladies,
No
please.
one will back you up. I'm king of the hill here.
Ladies, I said, not a gentleman.
No
Yes,
one would
come on.
dare
Look at
over
Google.
back
And
you up.
Nita is
They
not
dare.
saying
They have
anything
to.
because not
I'll
saying
throw them
things is
out.
like saying
I'll
yes.
throw them to the lions.
No, we are not going to do that because we are right what we say. It's not good. It's not nice to lead talk, to go and eat with someone and he opens the mouth while he chews. So that is a little bit disturbing to the eyesight. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. But I love you,
I'll
you
do.
know that.
Yeah.
See,
I'll try to be better.
see, you are better. You're getting better. Yeah.
I'm getting better. Yes. You got to
You're
train.
getting there.
I'm an old dog. You got to train them.
The
Takes a
bulldog,
while.
my dog eats with the mouth closed, and she
Amazing.
cannot breathe. You see, she's good. She has a big tongue, though.
Yeah, so it does work. Yeah. See, her little brother used to spit water out too. Okay. All right, Lily, to go on. Another verse here. Thank you there, everybody.
Don't look at the thorns, look at the rose.
That's right. Don't look at the thorns. I got a lot of thorns, man.
No. They are not thorns. They are some sort of flaw, but that's okay. We are humans. They
Yeah,
are
yeah,
not
that's true.
thorns. Your ones are not thorns.
Okay,
They are
good.
angel wings, not
Oh,
thorns.
angel. Yeah, angel.
See,
Okay, good.
see.
Yes.
Yeah, I was joking as well. Sorry, Guru.
It's okay.
Go
Continue.
ahead. Continue on.
Oh, oh, glory to Sri Madhavendra Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna.
Yeah, there you go. See, people read that in the book. All glories to Madhavinda Puri, the story. What the hell does that mean, man? The only way you'll know what it means is when you find a real representative of Lord Chaitanya's mercy in this world. And they got to be a storehouse, otherwise they're not. They're no representing this Hare Krishna movement. That day is over. You had 50 years to play your games. No, no, no. We need this. Where's the storehouse of ecstatic devotion? That person has the will of the Lord on them. They have the anointing. They have the spirit of the Lord. Yeah, that's you want devotion. Hey, anybody in ISKCON or Gaudiya Math or Smriti or Radhakund Babaji's? Do you want real devotion, pure devotion that you say takes so many lifetimes? You want prema bhakti? You got to go to the storehouse. The storehouse is here. The storehouse, even my disciples are like storehouses of bhakti now. You don't come to this sangha where we're just like this huge barn with real bhakti, just, it's just pushing out. We can't even, it breaks the door down. There's so much wheat in this barn. Right? It pushes itself out into the world. You have to see it. It's all over the place. All over Facebook. Show me one video where there's not a lot of ecstasy. Show me one. Even the disciples are ecstatic here, giving classes. It's all about ecstatic worship now. There's no other path that is proper. This is proper, ecstatically worshiping the Lord. Intimately, to see Lord Chaitanya walking with you, to perceive Lord Chaitanya going to the bathroom with you, even. Right there, Maria? Now that's the real path. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya. Okay, go on there.
The Lord brought the desire tree of the world. No, sorry. All glory to Sri Madhavendra Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna. He's the desire tree of devotional service, and it is in
Again,
him.
see the desire tree. See, he's the desire tree of that. You want devotion? See, there's a tree of devotion. The fruit is this devotion. You got to go to that particular tree. No other tree has this devotion. Right, Freddie? You got to go to that tree if you want that kind of fruit. Fruit is very rare. Yeah, I went to Narayan Rush to pick that fruit. I couldn't get any of that fruit. I went to Tamal Krishna, my guru there. I didn't try to pick some fruit. No fruit like that there. You got to go where it was. I got it through the book, and so most people can't usually get it that way. That means another life. So you guys, you got to go to a living guru. You went to a living guru, and look, you got it. So the will of the Lord is there. You see, everything in the book is alive for you. It's a living book. You're it. You're the living. It's got to be that way. If you're not the living book, then this does not realize it's just in the book. It becomes part of traditions, and everybody just follows the external bhakti. The rituals and all of that, and they don't know what the flame really means. They don't know what the tears, what the water in the conch is, the tears. They don't know any of these esoteric truths. They don't know what is a storehouse of bhakti. Could you imagine if they knew, oh, let me go to a devotee who has this ecstatic devotion, and then that's where you get that fruit. But they don't come. They have some other idea, a speculation on what Krishna consciousness is. Krishna consciousness simply go to the tree where this devotion is. That's where it's stored. It's in that house. It's stored in that body of that particular devotee. And they have the external symptoms of having those fruits. And you go there and just go and eat the fruits. That's simple. If you don't go there, oh, then it's Narayan Raj's promise. Oh, after many lives before you're going to get that kind of fruit. So it's it. All that stuff you're reading in the book, and I just calling everybody's attention to it. It's here. It's here. It's here. The will of the Lord is here. It's here. It's here. It's here. The will of the Lord is here. The will of the Lord of Lord Caitanya is everybody gets filled with this bhakti. Didn't he say it? My name will be Vishwambar if the whole universe is filled with this devotion. What else is there? What other path is there? Right, Lalita? Right there, Radhe? Right, Freddie? Right, Govinda? Right, Maria? What other path is there if the Lord said it, man, right? You know, the Lord said, hey, man, this fill the world. He didn't say, well, I'll fill the world with love of God and maybe this and that and all these other things. This is the pearl, huge pearl of the greatest price is love of the Lord distributed by the storehouses. Just ask, is Gorhari, is he a storehouse of this bhakti? Yes or no? Just answer it. Just say true and false. Make it very easy. True or false? Are some of his disciples? Ooh, we got a hurricane coming or something. Some of his disciples also picking that fruit, manifesting. Yes or no? I think we are having like some kind of hurricane or tornado or something. Anyway, our preaching goes on. Never stop, right, Freddie? Never. So go ahead and preach while I take the clothes off the line. Go ahead.
Okay. So, all glories. I hope. I didn't mute my mic. The story was all devotional service. He's a desire tree of devotional service, and it is in him that the seed of devotional service first fructified. The seed of devotional service next fructified in the form of Sri Ishvara Puri, and then the gardener himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He became the main trunk of the tree of devotional service.
Yeah, because you know that. Yeah, you know, Lord, that's so beautiful. Madhavinda Puri attracted the Lord to come. See, literally, physically, all these great devotees came, and so the Lord. It was at a special time when the incarnation Himself came. Really special time, and so the Lord took initiation from Ishvara Puri, who carried this same bhakti. See, Ishvara Puri got it from Madhavinda Puri because he was sincere, just like you guys. You know, this God, man. We're going to make it so clear to the world that really, Lord Caitanya is really here and giving such extraordinary mercy. It's the book. You know, it's so ridiculous. People say Gohari doesn't go by the book. We go so much by the book, man. The Lord is manifesting this by the book. The real path is by the book here. Yeah. What was the last sentence there? I kind of forgot what my train.
The seed of
Lord Caitanya. Lord Caitanya, yeah. See, Lord Caitanya became the trunk because he is the trunk. You know, Lord Caitanya he was God. He came as a devotee but also became the trunk, very much like Jesus. That's why Jesus is special. He came as like a devotee of God, but also he's like the trunk. You worship Jesus. It's like just like Lord Chaitanya, very similar thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and so now we worship the trunk. Those teachings are from Lord Chaitanya. Even the devotees, they like Rupa Goswami. These teachings come from Krishna Das Kaviraj and Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and they all say they're all from Lord Chaitanya. They're all because of the inspiration of Lord Chaitanya. See, they're all inspired by the trunk. See, because they're tasting Krishna's name and Lord Chaitanya's name, and getting these fruit, picking these fruits. Yeah. So, Freddie, give us a word. Let's see. Can your thing working now?
I'm not sure if it's working.
Yeah. It's working.
Oh, Gurudev, I love you so much.
What's that? An Amy imitation? What?
I don't know. I'm just being myself. No, I just thought give Guru a bigger audience so then you have some fun in the live stream.
Yeah. So, give us a word. What do you think of our preaching? I'll interview you, Freddie. Well, what do you think of our preaching?
Your preaching is it's actually wonderful because you distribute this bhakti for free to all the conditioned souls who come here and want to listen with an open mind and with open ears. They get purified, and gradually this the heart, and you start blossoming, and you start to feel all kinds of transcendental emotions, and that will go higher and higher and higher all the time. Each time when you come in this live stream, something special is always happening for sure. Right now I feel heat, so the heat is on. And I feel a bit stoned in my head. That always happens when I listen to devotees, when I listen to Lalita or to Johan. It always does something in your physical body, and that are these ecstatic symptoms which are described in our shastra. Sometimes the hairs go on end, choking of the voice, laughing, crying. So depending in what mood you come, in what rasa or what rasa dance Krishna wants to do with you, you experience all kind of different emotions, and they become deeper and deeper all the time. So you just have to be here. You just listen and let Lord Chaitanya do the gardening. And when everything is nicely done, you have a very beautiful bhakti garden, and you can pick the fruits in that very beautiful garden.
Wow, that was fantastic realization and sharing. Yeah, what else? Tell us something else.
Yeah, it's actually like the Bible says, it's the Garden of Eden on earth. So when Adam and Eve didn't have this false ego, and they had a real relationship with God, they experienced also this transcendental bliss. But from as soon as they ate from the tree of knowledge, and they had so knowledge of duality, of good and bad, good and evil, so then they start losing their connection, their pure connection with God. And that is actually the situation we are in this material world. We got gradually covered by all these modes of material nature, and now we have to be uncovered again. And that's why Krishna sends representatives like Srila Prabhupada and now the successor of Srila Gaura Haridas. So he preached the living word, and the more you listen to the living word, you become alive again. You start to feel your eternal relationship with Krishna again, and not with Krishna again, with Radha, the supreme mother of all mothers. And she can be your mother, she can be your friend, she can be anything you desire. That's the transcendental position of all these divine deities. They are so much alive, and when they encounter these jivas, and they can give them unlimited bliss, more and more. And the more you go deeper and deeper in these different rasas, you experience all these varieties of bhavas. So that is really, really amazing.
Yeah, that what you said, it just made me think about this even more clear. Like, yeah, when I go on Facebook and I'm looking at these people and I wonder, God, this is so like not. It's like agitating their talks, and it's all this good and evil stuff. It's like Biden against Trump and Trump against Biden, against bad guy stuff, and it's like jagged. It's and actually quite boring. And but it's not like transcendental subject matters speaking about the unity of love of God. Communicating with God. These topics they're so enlivening. So yeah, I really got that. I was wondering why is that I don't like these talks on the thing, but it's because it's just good and evil. They're all trapped in this. They see they see their enemy, and the person is their friend or their enemy. You know, and so, but that's material duality, and that's the whole problem. That's really the whole problem. Yeah. So yeah, great. That was great. Thanks, Freddie. Okay, read on a little bit more there. You want to read, Freddie, a little bit? You want to read? You read a few verses.
And then I have to get a book upstairs.
Okay, go ahead, and she'll read in the meantime.
Okay, though. I read. Hurry up, Freddy.
Move on, Freddie. Get your ass up there.
Come on, then. Hurry up.
Hurry up there. Get your ass up.
Paramananda.
Go ahead.
You want me to mention all those names?
No. Oh no. No, go ahead. Next verse after that.
Yeah, with the sober and grave Paramananda Puri as the central root, and the other 8 roots in the 8 directions. The tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stood firmly from the
Yeah,
trunk.
and so you see, look at what we've been doing for 5 years together, getting this solidly rooting. And you see,
Yeah.
we had to uproot. See, follow the Bhagavatam teaching in this Srimad Bhagavatam uproots the threefold miseries. It comes out of you, these things, so that we can be rooted, not in the world, but rooted in this, in the transcendental name and fame and pastimes of the Lord. And that's where we get everything. Our real sustenance comes from that. See, and now that's the Chaitanya tree. And we have to, it's not, Chaitanya tree is not this rules, relations, and ceremonies and stuff. No, it's this intimate worship. And this is where you see where it's taken more and more. I mean, we get so many people coming now, which is, it's not like the world still, but they get thousands, but, get 20, 25 people. That's pretty good, to listen to these topics and learn, these teachings. Yeah. So, yeah, it's great. Okay, go ahead. Oh, Freddie, go ahead there. Freddie, next verse, whichever one she's on.
Yeah, but I don't have the book Lalita is reading. I have the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
That's what
Me
she's
too.
Hmm?
I'm reading
Her
in
too.
Chaitanya Charitamrita,
Which
Adilila 9.
Chapter 9.
Yeah.
How
Oh
do
my
you
God. Okay. Okay.
Verse
Chapter 9.
11. No, no. Verse 16 now.
Okay. 16, Maria Lila 9. 16. Is it there saw Lord Mahadev Shiva, the servant of Lord Brahma? Is it that one?
No, no. Adilila chapter 9, verse 16.
Oh, sorry. I have the wrong book. It's Madhya Lila. I have to go upstairs again.
Man,
continue reading until he comes back?
I read the seed of devotional service. No, 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 no. With the sober and grave Paramananda Puri as the central root, and the other 8 roots, I read it. From the trunk grew many branches, and above them innumerable others. And thus the branches of the Chaitanya tree, they formed a cluster or a society with great branches covering all the universe. From each branch grew many hundreds of sub-branches. No one can count how many branches thus grew. I shall try to name the foremost of the innumerable branches. Please hear the description of the Chaitanya tree. At the top of the tree, the trunk branched into 2. One trunk was named Sri Advaita Prabhu, and the other Sri Nityananda Prabhu. From these 2 trunks grew many branches and sub-branches that covered the entire world. These branches and sub-branches and their sub-branches, they became so numerous that nobody can actually write about them.
Okay,
Thus,
go ahead there, Freddie.
Okay. Then the disciples and the grand disciples and their admirers throughout the entire world, and it's not possible to enumerate them all. A big fig, a big fig tree bears fruit all over its body. Each part of the tree of devotional service bore fruit. Since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the original trunk, the taste of the fruits that grew on the branches and sub-branches surpassed the taste of nectar. The fruits ripened and became sweet and nectarian. The god of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed them without asking any price.
You know, what's interesting is that's its style when this is here in this world and it's we're being well, like we're promoting this publicly, so people are getting this in easily and in mass. uh, see, there's many here already. People, there's not just one fruit or one person getting this, but a lot of people, their fruit is manifesting, and all its unique qualities and very kind of beautiful. Each person is like some beautiful fruit off of this Chaitanya tree, and that's really uncommon. Usually, a guru may have like one disciple or some special, but now this is like a revival of what was going on before. People are coming, and they're spontaneously becoming these beautiful little fruits on the tree. Yeah, Freddie included. Rade too. He's talking to his dad or something. Freddie's taking a walk, I guess.
He tries to find a secluded place, Guru Maharaj.
A secluded place. Oh, yes. Okay, go ahead. Whenever you're ready, Freddie. Ready, Freddie.
Otherwise, my dad thinks I'm going crazy.
Ah,
He's downstairs and he came in the kitchen where I was sitting. So
okay.
I just continue. Where was I? Yeah, the transcendental gardener, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, distributed handful and handful of fruit in all directions. And when the poor, hungry people ate the fruit, the gardener smiled with great pleasure. Lord Chaitanya
That's the transcendental mellows. That's the fruit, is tasting the nectar of Krishna. That's Bhakti Lata Bij. That's the attraction to be able to taste these fruits. The fruits. Basically, you taste Krishna's name, you taste the pastimes of the Lord, like this. And then you become connected to the eternal Chaitanya tree. It becomes eternal. But we're going to be doing this forever. There's no, it never stops. It'll never stop. Why would you even want it? It's just always so, like you even said yourself, ever fresh and deepening. And you found now. Can you imagine finding such a path like this? People they find a path and they go and they from like a teacher and they go a certain distance and then they go to some other path and to some other path and to some other path and it's always got an end. This is the final deliverance. This has no end. No end. You just go deeper, 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 ever fresh, ever fresh. This is eternal. This is its style. Yeah. Otherwise, nobody knows what is actually eternal. Look at Lord Chaitanya. He's chanting the name all the time in ecstasy and very happy. He did it. He sat in Puri for like 20 something years with his devotees and just chanting in ecstasy and having kirtans and sadhu sangha programs and was very happy until he decided to leave. And well, the same thing here. Just look at this. This is such an example. Here you can see devotees every day, just always juiced up, very happy to be here, very getting free from fears and material miseries. Even though a lot of devotees are sick, But still, by hearing and chanting, they're getting relief. It's pretty amazing. Go ahead, Freddie. Ready, Freddie?
Lord Caitanya thus addressed the multivarious varieties of branches and sub-branches of the tree of devotional service. Since the tree of devotional service is transcendental, everyone is part, every its parts can perform the action of all the others. Although a tree is supposed to be immovable, this tree nevertheless moves. All the parts of this tree are spiritually cognizant, and thus they grow, they spread all over the world. I am the only gardener. How many places can I go? How many fruits can I pick and distribute? It would certainly be very laborious task to pick the fruits and distribute them alone. And still, I suspect that some would receive them and, and others would not. Therefore, I
Yeah,
order every
yeah,
man.
yeah. See, some would receive them, and others will not. That's how we see. It's about receiving these seeds, receiving this bhakti, receiving the devotees, and then very easily you get this love of Krishna. Very easily. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Therefore, I order every man within this universe to accept this Krishna consciousness movement and distribute it everywhere.
Okay,
I am the
now
only gardener.
this this is the real Krishna consciousness movement. Not I order everybody and distribute the Vaidhi Bhakti thing. That's a practice. No, this. What is the fruit of Lord Chaitanya's coming here was this bhakti. So everything people are doing on the Vaidhi level is meant to be like this, to be ordered to distribute this Krishna consciousness. This is what delivers you, finally. See, so the Lord has ordered us distribute this, and we do it by tasting this. We cannot not do it like the way the Lord did it. If He did it like that, we have to do it like that. Otherwise, we're not really doing the real Krishna consciousness movement. See? We have to do it like He did it. You have to eat these fruits and taste these fruits and show that you're an experienced devotee. You're relishing transcendental mellows. They have to see, oh, this is how you do it. It's like a little child has to learn from its mother and father how to live in this world. Well, this is how you, as a devotee, a real devotee, live in this world. Not live as a devotee. This is how you live, as do rules and regulations and ceremonies and all that only. No, you live on this bhakti. You live by tasting the glory of Lord Chaitanya's name and pastimes and qualities. There's life in that. There's energy in that. There's revelation in that, realization in that, potency in that, life, real life, eternal life in that. Everything is in that. Service to the world in that. See, everything that one would want, every good blessing is in that. Yeah, go ahead, Freddie.
I'm the only gardener. If I do not distribute these fruits, what shall I do with them? How many fruits can I eat alone? Therefore, he wanted to distribute them unrestrictedly to everyone. By the transcendental desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, water has been sprinkled all over the tree, and thus there are innumerable fruits of love of Godhead.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Distributed,
He distributes these fruits so that people can taste what He tastes. He wants. That's how we're liberated. We're tasting these fruits of love of Krishna, and we are liberated by doing that. He's saying, "How many fruits can I eat alone?" See, In other words, he's always doing that anyway, doing that through us, through the devotees. He alone knows himself and he reveals to his devotees. So actually, Rupa Goswami, in his deep revelation, he said, he composed a verse. He said, Lord Caitanya descended to this world to teach devotional service to himself. Okay? The living entity is so small. See, this is the Jiva Tata, truth about Jiva. We're all so small, but God, in a sense, is so small. In as a Jiva, it gets overwhelmed by this Maya. So the Lord has to come into this world either himself or as an advanced devotee, or he comes as himself in the form of a devotee to teach us by example how to get out of this, how to worship God on this intimate and ecstatic level. Otherwise, nobody can figure it out. You have to have a role model. You have to have the father and mother come to this planet and teach us. So do you see, those who receive it, they can perform the actions that is necessary. In other words, Lord Chaitanya can empower you to do what he did, distribute this bhakti and teach also this bhakti to others. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? I think that's pretty how that works. Go ahead. Read on there, Freddie. Ready, Freddie?
Distribute this Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. Let people eat these fruits and ultimately become free from old age and death.
Well, I like that. Hey, Carl Schwab, listen to this. Come and taste these fruits and ultimately become free of birth and death and become immortal again. See, this is the way to do it. This way works. This works forever. You know, look at there. They're trying to become free and immortal, right? They want to be free of birth and death. Well, they don't even believe maybe in birth and death, but they want to be immortal. And how are they doing it? Oh, they want to put their consciousness in some clone body or something, some AI thing. I think a lot of it's clone. They want to put their mind in a young clone. And then when the clone gets old, they transfer it into that. See, but this is all illusion. See? They don't even know who they are yet. They want to put their consciousness in this diseased state, this unenlightened state, into a clone body. Talk about illusion. Here, your soul is awakened, and you're in your spiritual body. Even here in this body, you experience being immortal. Yeah, you're immortal by being in your devotional position and tasting this nectar of Krishna in his name and his pastimes. How much more immortal can you get? Just more taste, right? More immortality, right? Does this continue to increase for you, Govinda? Is your happiness increasing?
More and more and more. And seeing the devotees, seeing Freddie and Radha and Maria and Tom, they lead to beautiful. All of you are beautiful. Janardana was in the dark, but it just increases. It increases so much. 5 years and it's still getting higher. The higher taste gets higher.
Yeah. You don't want to go to some other path. You don't want to do Buddhism or something.
I'm not interested in any path. I'm not interested in any opulence, any woman of the world, anything. This is the bestest, bestest, bestest. You couldn't give me £1 trillion or opals or diamonds or cars or swimming pools. I wouldn't even walk down the road now that you're on and Freddie's on. I'm hooked on, locked on. To get £1 million if it's down the end of the road. Keep it there. I can't be asked. I'm listening here.
Don't you think you would have been able to get this from these gurus, Jai Pataka or anybody out there? Can you get the same thing through them? Or no?
Well, one thing that puzzled me, I met a lot of the gurus in ISKCON, but when the temple president and all of them were sharing it was many lifetimes to get back to. I knew from that experience I had in the rooms, had an experience, but it wasn't clarified. It wasn't explained to me. And when I shared my darshan of Gopala Krishna, they laughed, they dismissed it. I was like, I didn't even share that with my wife. I didn't even share that with my wife all over India, traveling. I didn't tell no one. Mind you, she told me an experience what I didn't know recently, about a year ago, that when I digress, that when she first started chanting Shiva mantra, she felt the earth shaking. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I sent her the chapter in Chaitanya Mangala, and then when Narada Muni arrives at Kailash, Shiva Loka, just to get us some kind of perspective on what we're doing, what's going on here. She's into beer and football, but she, you couldn't. There's nothing in the world, God, Harry. You've explained to me, not in depth, every which way, every angle, and that bhakti that I got a taste of in the rooms. I naturally didn't believe them in the temples when they're telling me it was many lifetimes. I was suspicious. And when that Karuna Sindhu, he pulled the phone out that day on the farm, I'll never forget it. It was like he was holding an ace card. For some reason, it was just like, check this guy out. I've been checking you out ever since. I'm not checking you out. I didn't have to. I didn't have to cross-reference you with any Jaipataka, Radhanath, Narayan Maharaj, any of them, because my heart was telling me it was bob on. It was spot on. You're speaking of Prabhupada. I knew it in my heart. I just knew it. So there ain't nothing. You couldn't get me away from this path. Even if the internet goes down or whatever happens, I still have you in my heart always, which is the door to Gauranga.
Hey, great. Well, hey, thank you for that
Of course.
testimony there.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead, whoever spoke.
It's like
Lily,
with Jesus. He disappeared. He disappeared, but the spirit is still alive. If you keep on giving it, if there are a few devotees who keep that spirit alive in them and they can spread it, you keep it alive. As long as we stay strong and keep on believing in you and being attached on that fine, always, 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 always. That's
you see the importance of the living person, the living devotees, because otherwise people lose the realization of this. You see, it has to have a living life to the book. Otherwise, you just read in the book, you don't understand. You're not an example yourself, and you don't see an example. So therefore, you don't really get it. When Lord Caitanya was going to disappear, he was thinking, who's going to keep this going? When I go, he was thinking, and he called Nartam. Literally, there's a pastime where he's calling Nartam, Nartam. You got to come here. You got to keep this alive. The Narottam Srinivas and Shamananda, they kept it alive here. People could see the living book in these devotees. Okay? And that's why it works here now, because you see living examples. If I didn't, go on the limb, and do this way, preach like this, people would not know this. You wouldn't be following the footsteps, right? You wouldn't be giving classes like this. And you see, man, Gohar is not as crazy as people think. It's really wonderful to worship the Lord in ecstatic devotion. Even publicly, especially publicly. You ever hear the thing where people are hams? I'm just a ham. They ham it up in front of the public. Well, that's actually spiritual. When you ham it up for Krishna, you feel it. You feel this is special. This is called preeti. Hamming up Krishna. Being a ham for Krishna. This is probably not a word in the in the Belgian language here. This is an American saying, and they call them
A
hamming.
ham is meat in Belgium. It's the 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 bun of a pig is a ham.
Yeah, there's, there's an expression in America. They call it hamming. Basically, you're just making a lot of jokes. You know, you're like making a comedy of something. Hamming it up, they call it. I notice when I say these things, Lolita kind of looks like, what's he saying? What's he talking about?
He's talking about the bum of a pig.
Why is he talking about the bum of a pig? What's the esoteric meaning of talking about the bum of a pig?
We have some transcendental pigs here.
Hey, what's your realization, Tom? Give us a word here.
I'm
How
just
does this?
listening.
Huh?
I'm just listening. I just arrived.
Okay, Rade,
I'm
what do you
very
think of all
patient.
this here? What is your idea?
It's great. But I have to speak silent because my husband is sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's been driving all day and he's tired, so I cannot speak very loudly.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, you can speak. Yeah.
it's great being here in the class with all of you. Ready,
Yeah,
steady,
yeah.
Freddy.
Steady, Freddy.
Steady, Freddy. Dirty Freddy. Yeah, it's great. I listen and I try to understand because some things I don't understand, but I try to understand everything
Hmm. Yeah.
and listen
Do
to
you
the
feel
sound
happy when you
vibration.
listen? Do you
Yeah.
feel happy when you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because this week I cannot go to work because of my hand. So I can
Oh,
listen one more week during the
how
day.
did you hurt your hand? How did you hurt your hand?
To Lalita, it's Freddy overbelast.
She used hand too much. She worked too hard.
Yeah. From work.
Oh, working too hard.
Too. And the muscles are hurting. So too much ballast.
Are they giving you? Do they give you extra money, like
Extra
paid
week.
leave? Yeah, they give you
No,
free
no,
money
no.
for that. No.
What? Free money? No,
You,
no. I just get my pay.
oh,
Radhe,
you paycheck.
You
What?
pay, you just paid.
Radhe,
Oh, well, that,
Pay? Yeah.
ham it up, ham it up, ham it up, and you'll get it 1 month, 6 months, a year. Ham it up,
Yeah.
play along.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
My
It's
doctor
really
said.
bad. Ham it
My
up.
doctor said if you want an extra week, just send me an email next Friday and I give you an extra week.
give them an extra week. Get an
Yeah.
extra
So
week.
after this week, I can get another extra week.
And then
Yeah,
another
she
week.
decides to be ill for 2 weeks at least.
3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Ham it up, ham it up. Don't be
Maybe I
honest.
should.
Don't be mode of goodness. Throw the mode of
Maybe I
goodness
should
out.
retire or something.
Yeah, just ham it up. Just ham it up the whole year, and then they'll
Ham it
write
up.
you off, but keep paying you. Ham it up.
I'll do my best. But in the meantime, I'm happy that I can follow the classes.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's great.
uh,
Yeah, yeah. You know, this is you're liberated. You're liberated simply by appreciating the Harikata that we do, just by relishing it, feeling the life of it. You know, that's what takes you back to Vrindavan because then you like to hear what the devotees in Vrindavan talk about. They talk about Krishna. They talk about devotees, devotional service. See, and that's the whole thing. If you come here and you just like what's going on here, and you like to hear these words, then you're okay to go to Vrindavan. The Lord gives you the stamp of approval, because it's all about attraction. People that they come here, usually the student community, they're not attracted to these talks. See, therefore they can't go where we're going. A person can be anything they are, but if they like to hear what we talk about, because we talk about the intimate topics that the Vrindavan residents talk about. If you like these topics, oh, well, you won't have a place in this world. Nobody likes to talk about this unless you get special mercy. There's no place for you. Nobody cares about you. You can go to religion. They won't care. They'll think you're an outcast. They'll cast you out. See? You only can be around devotees. See, that's why the spiritual master comes. They're actually a resident of Vrindavan, like Prabhupada said, right there, Freddie. Resident of Vrindavan. And so therefore, if you like their association, it's like Rupa Goswami's statement about, oh, don't go. See, in his play, Vidagna Madhava. Oh, don't go look at Krishna on the bank of the Yamuna over there. Because if you do, you'll lose all attraction to your friends, your relatives, the world, everything. That's how we're delivered. That's simple. People will also lose attraction. They'll think, who are you? Well, ultimately, you'll pull them in too, because, you're a sannyasi root. Did you know Freddie's a sannyasi root? He's sannyasi. He may have a girlfriend, but he's still sannyasi root. This is better than sannyas.
Oh, I have many girlfriends. I have many girlfriends.
Proof that this is really powerful is people thinking, oh, Gohari, maybe he has a girlfriend, but they still come. Even a guy that's against, Fernando's great. He said, well, Gohari may have a girlfriend, but this is so amazing, interesting. Now that's a miracle. He's against all that. He's a real strict, ISKCON, type thing, But still, he says, I can't stop coming here. Even though Gohari maybe has a girlfriend, maybe he doesn't. Nobody knows exactly. That's it. See, proof of potency. That's like Srivas, when Lord Caitanya came to us and said, hey, Nityananda is in your house, all the Brahmins are going to excommunicate you. You're going to lose your position as a Brahmin. They're going to look down on you because Nityananda, who knows where he's from? Look at him. He does weird things. He does this, he does that, and all these things. You should get rid of him. And Srivas said, what? Are you kidding? Why are you testing me like this? Nityananda is a recipient of your mercy. You live in his body. He can be a drunkard in a bar. I'll never get rid of him. You've given your mercy to him. Why should I reject Nityananda when you have not? He's in you and you're, no, Nityananda can stay in my house. And that pleased the Lord beyond anything. He jumped up and down and says, what? You have faith in Nityananda? Even though externally he's looking like this and like that, and like he's against everything. He doesn't follow any rules properly. And you have faith in him. The Lord is very happy about that. Most happy that he gave boons to Srivas. Oh, you will not be ravaged by old age. Your body will not be. And that's how it is here. People who have that kind of faith, you find that, man, everything kind of works out, you know, just naturally. Look at people. Some people are busy, they're doing their jobs and everything. They say, like Shama Sundari, she said, wow, everything works out really nicely. Where people come here and they like being here and everything is just beautiful. Hey, that's Lord Caitanya. He's amazing like that. Nowhere do you get so much mercy, so much protection, so much peace, so much inspiration, so much potency to transfer the salvation of others. Literally, they get saved easily without effort, just by you having a good time with Krishna. That's all I do. I come here, have a good time with Krishna, and everybody's, "Ooh, what a great class!" And really, I was just playing with the Lord. I like this pen. It's easy. It's nice. It's wonderful. It's natural. I like to play with Krishna, right? Do you like to play with Krishna, Lalita? How about you, Freddie? You like playing with the Lord Chaitanya? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. That's it. We teach people how to play with the Lord. That's the highest salvation, the highest path, the highest liberation is playing with God. And we're here and very blessed to be able to share this with others. Naturally. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we end it here now? We've been at this for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and you guys is probably late over there. Wow, 3 o'clock. I haven't even had lunch yet. And you guys don't care. You guys will sit here. It's amazing. I mean, that's a miracle in itself. Even I'm thinking about it. You guys are, it's late at night and everything. You're just sitting here listening. It's a miracle. What's so attractive here?
You are our television. You're telling your vision, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, I'm telling you my vision. Oh, I'm like the elites up there. Yeah? They're telling you a vision, and I'm also telling a vision. Yeah, but this vision is fantastic. This gives freedom. Their vision gives slavery. Their vision gives death. Ooh, yeah. Oh, get this. Ooh, we feel so. We want to help you. We want to keep you safe. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. Here you hear this vision. It's fantastic. It's freedom, and then you give to others. Right? Win-win. We all become kings and queens in the mansion of Lord Chaitanya. It's amazing. I love your vision too, because you also give a great vision of the truth. It's a vision with a mission. Yeah. So everybody can get this. This is the real path. Yeah. It's where the Lord's real mercy is. Lord Chaitanya's mercy is here. We prove it every day. Listen, come on, man. There are millions of ISKCON devotees. You can be liberated so easily in this life. No, and you, Narayan, you many lifetime followers can be liberated in this life. Come and see. It's right before your eyes. People are liberated. You can see they're ecstatic, like Lord Caitanya was ecstatic. Like their real followers were ecstatic. What is the problem? What is the difficulty? Right, Radhe? What's the difficulty? Maria needs food. Pesos. Me too. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. See you soon. Thank you, Freddie, for yes. Come back again.
I will. I'll be back.
Oh, Freddie said that. Fernando says so. He was one of those secret guys. He said, I have Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon, and all TV channels, but in these last times I watched this. Hey, now that's proof of attraction. See, you got to have to not want to watch that and this. This is more entertaining now. That's amazing. Miracle. Okay, thanks, Fernando, for coming again.